Hi guys, it is Tisha Bachman here, and I wanted to kind of recap what the call was last night. I forgot to record, even though I said I wasn't going to forget, I still did. So I have my notes here, and I'm going to just do the best I can to go by memory. But the first thing I want to talk about is open house. We are moving the open house date to this Friday. I've already created the event and invited most of you guys that I am friends with. It's starting Monday, this Monday. So if you are not in that group, please either let me know or somebody who is in the group know so they can invite you into the event and you can invite your people. Now, I decided that December is a big month for us because it really is the beginning of 2016. And I'm going to explain more about that. So the reason why I am pushing this open house, I want to kind of give you guys a challenge overall. I wanted to give everybody a challenge to get at least 5 people in there, and that should be your bare minimum. It really is a great opportunity to get more eyes on the webinar and get more people interested in your business because you're not just randomly messaging people. You have a reason to message people, so it's not weird. You can invite them to the open house without them committing to anything. So getting those 5 people should be super easy, and I want you guys to start today if you haven't done that yet. And if you don't know what open house is, I created a post called Open House and everything that you need to know about open house, what it is, exactly how to invite. I even gave you guys a script on how to invite if you struggle or maybe you don't know where to begin. Please check that out and take this seriously because the last thing I want you to do is kind of skirt by in December and then fall behind in January while all of us who are pushing in December are kicking butt in January, okay? So then that brings up my next challenge. I have a couple challenges this month. Next one is I want you guys to try to make a Success Club before the holidays begin. And really, your aim should be 15th. I feel like the 15th is a good time to aim every single month to get in the club instead of freaking out last minute or on Christmas Eve or on New Year's Eve and all you're thinking about or trying to do is hustle for that last Success Club point or the last 2 Success Club points or 4 Success Club points when you should be spending time with your family and what's important. The reason why we do this business is so we can create freedom to be with our family, and the worst thing that can happen is it's creating stress and taken away from that. So it's totally doable, and you really got to put that in your mind that it's doable. You're going to make it, and keep your stinking thinking low and low-key and not envision. You need to really be positive and excited about this month, excited about this new program, which is on demand. So if you did purchase it, it should pop up in your on-demand, and it is on sale this month. And if you're just getting the base kit for yourself, the shipping is free just for this month. So the savings is ridiculous, even if you are a coach just trying to start the program. I did day 1 last night around midnight, and I loved it. I really did. I'm excited. I'm excited to do day 2. All right, so that was challenge number 2. Challenge number 3, and we still haven't talked about this yet, but I don't know if you know this, but Carl Deichler, our CEO, is doing he's donating $5 per Hammer and Chisel Challenge Pack we sell to the Upward Bound House. And what that is an organization that helps homeless families, children who can't afford to have a roof over their head or food on the table. It helps them, put them in a house. And they provide lots of homes for lots of families every year. And what's cool is our CEO is feeling so strong about it that this year, Christmas time, we are going to donate a lot of money towards them. So I wanted to kind of come up with a goal as a team of how we can contribute to this cause, how many families we can help just by reaching for our normal goals every month. But this month has a little special helping people at the same time. So I'm going to add up all the Success Club points I'm going to try to add up all the Success Club points that we made last month as a team, even the people who didn't make Success Club, I'm still counting you guys, and I'm going to kind of convert that of how much money we would have made last month, and maybe we can top that. We can do better than November, and have, help some people in the process. I think that's a good goal, and I don't know, it's a feel-gooder, helping people. I also want to let you guys know that I posted a script. I know that when you come into this business, you might struggle with what to say, especially when you're inviting people, or you might get caught up in question or overthink things. I know when I was a new coach, there's a lot of times where I pulled Brian over and I was like, well, she just said this now. I just don't know what to say next. And he would kind of give me the guidance. But me and Brian put our heads together and we updated our script to more of exactly what I used the night prior. Like, I seriously took that conversation, we adjusted it a little bit, and then we went ahead and put it in a script for you guys. And I highlighted notes that I'm talking to you as a coach in the script.
Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm just making a video here. It has nothing to do with Tisha making a video behind me.
Really? So I created that script, and I have little notes to you. They're highlighted in purple. Do not send those to people because it won't make any sense. But really, it's customizable. The script is, and it's not always going to go verbatim. You're going to have to actually listen to the person and take their needs and put it towards, the conversation. Brian's distracting me. But anyways, I just thought that would be a good way to help, especially if sometimes you just need that courage to step up and talk to somebody, and maybe this could be your backbone until you have enough confidence to take conversations on your own hand. For example, I don't use a script anymore. I pretty much just do by memory, but in the beginning, it was hard trying to figure out what to say, so I wanted to provide that to you so you can have it. Okay, but really, I wanted to talk about, we were on an elite call just recently, and they were just talking about the year and how it's been, and the New Year's is starting, so we're starting to write our goals out. And this is something I want you to do. I want you to sit down and I want you to really think about your goals. And we were talking about people that there's coaches in this business who've been in this for several years and maybe are barely a diamond, and they lose it and they gain it and whatever. And then there's coaches in this business who have been in for 15 months and they're already 10-star qualifying. Or there's a girl in the Diamonds of Dare to Dream group who just became diamond and she's already 2-star qualifying, all under 3 months. And we asked these coaches, like, how are you treating your coaches differently when they enter the business? What are you doing differently? And they said that they do not put diamond on a pedestal. What I mean is, we act like diamond is where everything comes true, right? When you hit diamond, all your answers, you'll be, all of a sudden you'll be an awesome coach and an awesome leader, and you'll have it all figured out, and suddenly you'll be able to quit your job, and life will be good, and everybody will want to be you. And that's not the case. I want to let you know that when you get diamond, you don't get just this all of a sudden fat check and life is good. You still have to continue building. Actually, that's probably the first step to success in this business. Like, you are moving forward, is not emerald, but it is diamond. So really, the first step before you start chiseling towards your goals, your ultimate whys, is 2-star. It's 2-star. Which means diamond should be a no-brainer. That could happen at the end of this month. But some reason we make it sound like 8 coaches is so difficult to do, and it takes forever, and that's why it's been taking a year plus for some of our coaches to make it, is because we act like diamond's when you get your gift, and diamond's when you get this vacation, and really 2-star is where it's at. So when we're making our goals this year, I really want you guys to think bigger than diamond. If anybody on this call listening right now if you're saying diamond's your end of year goal for 2016, you're aiming too little. And because of your goal is so small, you're going to put in a small amount of effort, right? It's only 8 coaches. That doesn't take a year to sign up 8 coaches and help 2 of them get to emerald. It doesn't take that long. So I really want you to aim bigger. And if you were on the call last night and you heard this live, I'm re-recording this, but if you heard this live, one of our diamond coaches said she was going to push for 5-star by Summit. And I want to let you know that is scary, right? That's like saying you're going to be diamond 5 times by Summit. That's crazy. But it's those kind of goals that are going to push you to work harder. For example, if I set a goal for diamond by Summit or 5-star by Summit, which situation do you think that I would push harder in? I'd probably put a lot more effort if I was pushing for 5-star, and I believed I could achieve it, which it is a totally doable goal. I believed I can achieve it. I'd probably push a lot harder. And that's what we're doing. Maybe you miss it, right? There's a good chance you might hit it, but maybe you miss it. You're probably going to land in the 2-star, 3-star range instead of just being a 2-star or missing 2-star and just landing in diamond. And that is the point of the big goals. You need to dream bigger. So I want you to post them up. I don't know if you can see behind me. The lighting is kind of dim. But on that mirror back there, I've been posting affirmations like, I am successful. I wrote that there. And in my bathroom, I have more affirmations, and that kind of flows into my next topic. And that really talks about like stinking thinking and lies that we tell ourselves that we eventually believe. But anyways, before I get into that, I wanted to let you know that not only you're going to write your goals and you're going to post them up to where you can see them, maybe with some post-it notes, or maybe you're going to write them on the mirror with a dry erase or a lipstick or whatever. Yes, I want you to post them up. You need to see them so that every time you sit down to work, you can see that this is what I'm pushing for. Just the same as your why. It needs to be a vision. You have to know that you're going to achieve it. You have to know what it smells like, what it feels like when you're at that level, or you're walking across the stage and you can hear the people cheering your name. It sounds really lame, but I promise it works. You need to envision your goal before it happens, so that way you're excited and you push towards that goal because you already know it's going to happen. But anyways, along with writing up goals, I want you to get a fancy planner. I got this from Target. It really doesn't matter. But I want you to be excited about this new year. And I want you to have a planner. Make sure it gives you some room to write names. And I feel like getting a planner kind of like sets the mood. Like, okay, I'm ready for the year. I have my planner. It sounds really silly. I wrote out my goals. I'm ready to tackle. And I keep saying this, that December is the beginning of 2016, and it really is, because normally all the work that you put in this last quarter is what blows up January for next quarter, okay? And a lot of us have been slacking in this last quarter. I personally have been slacking this last quarter.
Not me.
And I know I'm not the only one. Because I've seen people who normally make Success Club, who can achieve it, not hitting it or not even trying. They've given up temporarily. Maybe they're just coasting until January. And I want to let you know that I have done that before. My first year in coaching, the first time I hit December, I was only 4 months in the business. I was having a blast with this business, and suddenly the holidays got in the way, and I started traveling, and this is why I wanted to make Success Club before. I started traveling. I didn't have internet at my grandma's house where we were staying, and I was just like, I don't want to stress about that right now. I'm just going to focus on family and our trip and whatever. And then when I came back home, we still had 5 days in the month, and I was like, I'm really upset because I had finally found something that I was actually making a difference. I brought in people who believed in me, believed in the process. I'm setting them up with something that they believe in, and here I am quitting on them. Who am I to quit on them when I brought them along? How are they going to believe in themselves if I'm quitting myself? So I really took that to heart, and I pulled up my pants, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to do this. And I took it seriously, and I hit Success Club New Year's, and it was stressful because I waited, and I hit Success Club. I sold 3 challenge bags desperately, on New Year's Eve, and I made Success Club. But that was the moment where I realized I wasn't going to quit anymore. I wasn't going to throw in the towel, and I wasn't going to quit on them, because quitting meant I was quitting on them. And I'm not quitting on you. What would happen if I just quit this December, and then all of you guys who look up to me, I don't know if you look up to me, but if you know me, maybe you aspire to achieve in your business what we have, and suddenly I quit. Like, wouldn't that make you feel a little weird about something if I quit? So start to think back of how that would reflect on them if you threw in the towel when it got tough. And that's really what I really wanted to focus on this December is not only my business but my health, because every other person is going to be throwing in the towel and giving up, because there's going to be fruit, cookie trays and chocolate and pies and everything, and candy canes. And they're going to give in, because that's what the normal person does. They give in. And then in January, when they set their goals for the new year, they tell themselves they're not going to do it. Well, guess what? Every single person on their Facebook has given in, because that is what we do in the holidays. But you, the person who didn't give in, will probably shine through. And who are they going to go to when they finally have those goals of losing those weight and never going back to how they feel at that very moment? Who are they going to go to? They're going to go to you, because you conquered December. Things like this. This is the kind of mentality I had, and I still have. I don't want to give up on myself, because how does that reflect to other people? I'm just saying it's okay to give up, and I don't want that. I don't want the people that I brought into this business, and I don't want the people that I brought into my accountability group to think that it's okay to give up because holidays happened. So anyways, moving on, I wanted to kind of talk about this because we were at church, and what's cool is our preacher guy, he reads personal development, and he's kind of nerdy, so really like it when that individual speaks, and he was speaking on something that I love, because I personally and Brian personally went through this when we first entered this business, and I mean, we still go through it, meeting new people, and, maybe they don't quite agree on what we do or the lifestyle we have, because they've accepted the unhealthy lifestyle and they think it's showing off when you're fit, working out or whatever. But we still meet resistance. And I know a lot of coaches in the beginning, when they come to this business, maybe they didn't post on Facebook at all. Maybe they didn't post about fitness at all. And they post about eating pie or whatever, and not being healthy, because that's cool. Not being healthy is cool. And then suddenly you join this business and you're all about fitness. You're all about being healthy and staying clean this December instead of gorging yourself like you normally do. And maybe some people get a little irritated about it because Tisha is this person, okay? She stays in this box. This is what I've created. This is what I know Tisha as. And for example, it doesn't always have to be about fitness, but maybe she's a little nerdy and she doesn't get out much. She's all about her kids, and really those are her. That's who she hangs out with every day. She's all about being a mom, and that was me when I came to this business. I still am kind of nerdy. I just don't share about it as much, but I did things like MMOs and anime and all that weird stuff. Yeah, that's me. So when suddenly you come in and you start talking about fitness and stuff, people are like, you don't talk about fitness. Like, you're not about that. This is new. Like, this is not you. Go get back in your box. Here you are trying to leave the box that everybody's put you in, and they're trying to get you back in there. And they're trying to help you and trying to save you from this new change. Oh, it's okay. You look good in your before photo. Or you don't need to work out, you're already skinny, or stuff like this. These kind of things are things that make people crumble in the beginning of this business. And I'm sure some of you guys have gotten some of that already. Maybe they didn't like your fitness, or maybe they're not so sure about this kind of business. You can't be successful in that. My sister tried that and she quit. And and it kind of like makes you not feel so awesome as you did when you signed up, the day you signed up, right? I know when I signed up, I was super excited, and I was like, I'm going to change the world, whatever. But here's the only way to tackle it, guys, and it's all in your head. It's so crazy. It's all in your head. And it really is, are you living the life that people are telling you to live? For example, telling you to get back in your box. Are you living that life because people said that's who you are, and you can't do something new, or you can't be healthy, you have a disorder, or you can't do this because of this, or you can't be successful at that because of this? Are you living in that life because you believe in those people who are bringing you down? And I don't want you to be brought down. I want you to show them and be the person that inspires them to change. For some reason, it's easy to stay in the same ordeal every single day and not change, not shoot for the stars, not try something that is kind of risky, but you could still really succeed if you stick with it. That's not cool anymore. It's cool to be mediocre. And I read this in a book. I love the book, The Magic of Thinking Big, and I'm probably going to quote it a couple of times, but it said that most people don't think they're as smart to get that job. Or, everybody has their excuse. It's a lie. Everybody tells themselves their lies, their excuses for not being able to do something. For example, maybe you're in this business and you think, I'm too old to succeed because so-and-so is in her late 20s and she's rocking this business, or she's really funny and that's why she's successful, or he's really handsome and he has good wit about him, and people are attracted to that. Or maybe, she loved Facebook before and she was already on it, so she already had a following. She already had a whole bunch of friends. And all these excuses are lies. They're lies. These people didn't come into this business rock stars. They didn't come to I don't believe in luck. Luck isn't a thing. It's hard work. For example, when I came to this business, I maybe only had I didn't even have 200 friends on Facebook. Didn't have 200 friends. I didn't know about Facebook. If you go back to the year that I signed up as a coach, before then I didn't really have a lot of personal photos. I didn't really post photos about me. I posted photos about my kids, and when I did, it was once a month. I barely used Facebook, and all the people on my Facebook were people that I didn't even know anymore. The only people I talked to were my mom and my husband and my mom's best friend. That was my circle. So when I came to this business, I knew that had to change, right? I knew that I had to change that about myself. I had to be the person who meets people, who makes friends, and puts themselves in situations where I can meet more people. And that's how I did that. It took work. It wasn't easy at first. And it was very uncomfortable. But I learned, and I just want to let you know, for any excuse you have for not being successful, there's somebody who is older, uglier, and more stupid than you. I think I said that correctly. That is doing it better than you. They're way more successful. They're doing it. So no excuses, no lies you can tell yourself right now is a valid excuse of why you're not succeeding. The easiest way is to own up to that. You need to own up to the reason why I'm not succeeding is because, but then I'm going to fix it by doing this. You need to fix it. So if you are struggling with one of these, let me know, because there are people in this business, our Beachbody coaches, who aren't fit at all, and they are rock stars in this business. 10-star, 15-star, you name it. I can find somebody. There's people who are 50 years old plus succeeding in this business. 5-star, 10-star, 15-star, you name it. And there's people who have 0 degrees, probably dropped out of middle school, and are succeeding, doing it, 15-star plus, you name it. So, what was the last one? There's uglier. that's kind of an opinion. So, anyways. But I wanted to say that it doesn't matter what your excuse is. You can be successful. And I don't want, and we're going to talk about that lie right now. I was reading The Magic of Thinking Big, and I just happened to be at church, and we were hearing that, and it kind of all correlated together. And one of the things in the book it talked about is there's two sides to your brain, right? Your thinking process. And really, I'm just going to sum up. There's the positive guy and there's the negative guy. And whoever is in charge takes over all emotions, right? So, and most people walk around with negativity on their side, taking over. Everything is stinking thinking. Everything is terrible. The world is ending. Nobody likes me. I can't succeed because of this. I'm sick and blah, 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 blah. Everything's the end of the world. I'm never going to get better. Life's never going to get better. And I'm stuck in this situation. There's nothing I could do about it. And most people think like this. And when they see somebody succeed, they use those excuses of, well, she's prettier, or he, used to be this, and he's really smart, and that's how he's successful. And they make up these lies to make them feel better to themselves, and kind of be angry about it. And I want to let you know that you are not going to succeed with Mr. Negativity in charge. You have to purposely, and on purpose in the beginning, it might sound really stupid, but in the beginning, I want you to, every time you think of something negative, and it's hard to catch because you would be surprised how many things that are negative in your mind right now, but every time you think of something negative, you have to say the opposite out loud. You have to say it out loud because there's something about hearing something and you speaking it that makes you believe it more than just saying it in your head. So for example, just a few things that I commonly hear, oh, I can't make Success Club. Everybody's telling me no. Or nobody wants to buy from me. Everybody thinks Shakeology is so expensive. I can't meet anybody because I work all day, and when I come home, I'm exhausted. Or even it could be in any way. Those are just a few that I hear all the time that just bring you down immediately. And those people that let those negative thoughts take over, they usually end up quitting really quickly. And I feel really bad because if I could have just pointed them in the right direction of personal development and they took my advice and were teachable, we could fix that. Stinking thinking is curable, guys. You can achieve this. You can overcome it. So the first thing you have to do is fix it. And that is purposely say it out loud. So instead of saying, nobody's buying from me, you're going to be like, you know what? Everyone's going to buy from me. I know my product is awesome, and I know it's totally worth every penny, and they would be stupid not to buy from me. And I say this out loud. Brian says it out loud. Even when somebody tells me no, I'm like, well, she'll be back later. I automatically have a positive spin on it. If somebody tells me no, I do not get angry. I know that they're going to come around eventually, but it takes time. It takes time. They're not ready right now. But guess what? I'm not going to quit, and I'm going to be here when they are ready. So 6 months, a year later, 2 years, hit me up. I'll be here when you're ready to go, and I'll help you along the way. I'm not going to be spiteful about it. So that is the first thing you need to do, is fix the stinking thinking. And you probably don't even realize how often you're doing it. Okay, so the next thing I want you to do is, especially when we're talking about goals, because I really feel like 2016 is going to be awesome. And like I said, 2016 begins now in December. I already know it's going to be awesome. I'm already having an awesome month, and the month barely even began. That's how excited I am about this. I hope you're getting on my level, okay? I'm really pumped. So let's just say that you start thinking about your goals, and you write them up. They're scary. I know they are. Hopefully they are, and if they don't scare you, you're not dreaming big enough. You got to dream bigger, and but they have to be achievable. So they have to be achievable. But anyways, write out your goals, and then I want you to think about them in a positive way. I want you to say, even before all right, it's December of 2015, and I'm going to be shooting, I don't know, for 10 star next year. And that's just an example. I haven't really put a lot of thought into it, but it is a possibility. I made, 4 or 5 diamonds in 1 year. Who says I can't make another 5? But anyways, so let's just say that that is my goal. And an example of something I would tell myself every day, maybe I'd write it up there, or I'd write it there, or I would say it every morning, or I'd set an alarm on my phone so I remind myself that this is exciting, this is my year. And that is something I said a lot in my big year. I said, this is my year. This is my year. I'm going to retire my husband. He's going to come home and we're going to do this. And I would tell people it, because not only am I telling myself, but I'm telling other people. And the more I said it, the more I believed in it. And suddenly, what happened? This year, I retired Brian. He's here. He's right over there. There he is. He's here. And I had a rockin' year. My year was awesome. And that's the first thing you need to do. So probably write down, say, this is my year, because every one of you have the opportunity to rock this year, 2016, and it starts now. That was the first thing I said, and I said, I repeated my vision. My vision was seeing my husband at home every single day, freedom to do whatever I want, day dates. And I would tell people this, I can't wait to go on day dates because the kids are going to be at school and we're going to have time to just go kayaking or, do whatever. We can do whatever we want. Go get lunch, And this was also something that I said a lot, and I told other people. Another thing I said was, I was going to hit this. That was my goal. Or I was going to create so many diamonds this year, and I was excited about it. Or my team is growing so fast, I can't keep up. And just things like this are things that help you. They help you believe. And just like those lies that we tell ourselves, oh, I'm not pretty enough, so I can't be successful. That's why she's pretty. Or, that's why she's rocking this business. Or maybe, I'm not smart enough to get that job because they're probably just going to give it away to whatever. These are lies we tell ourselves so that we don't even take the opportunity to hit that goal. Who would know if you didn't even try? And like I said in the beginning, if you aim big and you miss it, you're still up there. But if you aim mediocre and you miss it, then you're below average. Cool. I'm a Ruby. and I just feel really passionate about this year. I'm really excited, and I'm going to repeat that saying again. I hope that you guys are writing down some notes of like some goals that you want to do, some affirmations that you want to say. Maybe read The Magic of Thinking Big. If you really struggle with like vision and excitement or the bit of the business or excitement of the future, that's another thing I would say. The future is exciting. It is exciting. Imagine what you can do at the end of this year, 2016. Imagine what you can do at the end of this month. Imagine if you went for no, read go for no, and you went for it, and then your business blew up this month, in December. Like, all it takes is a mindset. So get on my level, people. I'm excited about this month, and I'm excited about you guys being excited, and I'm going to be excited for the whole year because I really feel this is a good year, not only for myself, but for you guys, if you take the tools that I'm giving you right now. And I know this is all dandy and awesome when we're talking about it on our team calls, but it's nothing if you don't put it to work. It's nothing. And even these stupid little affirmations or telling yourself little things every day to help you believe in something so you're excited about something so that, it might seem stupid, but I promise you if you don't put it to work, I don't know how successful. I can't really guarantee any kind of success in the next year. I don't know if you're going to have the excitement level that I am. And honestly, when you're as excited as I am, and I see my coaches being excited, I know they're going to go places because that conviction is believable. It doesn't matter who you're talking to. I don't care if I'm talking to a doctor. Probably going to help you in some way with a challenge pack because I have 100% belief that you can totally fall in my place and get abs too. I don't know where I was going with that. But that's all I got. That's pretty much what the call was last night. I'm really excited about Hammer and Chisel, and I plan on helping a lot of people with that. There you go. See that? That was an affirmation. I plan on helping a lot of people with that. Even though I have nobody lined up for Hammer and Chisel, I plan on helping people with it. And I don't know. I'm just really excited. So if you have some goals, or maybe you're afraid to see if it's even possible or not, let me know. All right, bye.